I'm trying to do this intro and make it work, but let me try it. New shoes, new shoes. I got asked a question on a cruise about shoes. Like, when it comes from a guy's perspective, like, how many shoes are we bringing? And it all depends on what you're doing for your cruise. I think that becomes the forgettable part of a cruise trip. Your travel, your excursions, things you plan on doing will determine the type of shoes that you need. I have a certain pair of shoes that I like wearing for almost anything, right down to doing jogs and walks, and it's not meant for that. But the soles are so doggone comfortable, and I have back issues and leg issues. It works out perfectly for me. But for you, it could be something different. You want a shoe for every occasion, you want a shoe for every event, you want a shoe for every excursion. So, step one, where are you going? If you know where you're going, that's going to determine the type of things you're going to need. If you're going to be on a place where you're just going to be at the beach all the time, you don't need heavy duty shoes. And I know that's common sense and you guys know that, but there are people that actually really are trying to pack more than what they need, and you kind of need to figure out the best situation for that. For someone like me, it's always going to be sandals. It's always going to be a pair of dress shoes. And then it's always going to be a pair of casual shoes to walk around with. Those are my three basics that I go with. But when it comes to the dress shoes, sometimes I'll bring a black pair and I'll bring a brown pair, depending on what the suits I'm going to wear. Because you know, when you're on a cruise, there is that dress up night. And for any of you out there that has a spouse that loves to dress up, it's probably best for you to go ahead and get the black and the brown shoes to be on the safer side, because I can tell you this much: when you have someone that you love and you care about in your life and they love to dress up and you decide to dress up with them, oh my gosh, boy, does that make a relationship work out very well. And they will be very happy with you by you doing that. That is always my best opinion, to make sure you do that. Dress up for them if you're not a big fan of dressing up. It makes the whole entire cruise experience much more enjoyable. And sometimes the coolest thing you could do is surprise them with what you're going to wear. Talk to a professional, go on YouTube, look at videos, ask friends or whatever that you know dress very well, and say, "Hey, I'm going on a cruise. What should I wear?" And pick out something that they would never know you would even get for yourself, and then make sure they don't see you pack it up or anything, and then wear that outfit. You'll thank me later, I promise you. But yeah, the basics for shoes are that simplistic. You got your sandals that can be anything from the open toe sandals to the ones that are more that have, I think you put your like your toes in between. Those are not my favorite. I like the ones that have a back to it, because that way they don't fall off my feet. That's my go-to when it comes to just going to the beaches. In some cases, it is the same ones that I go to when it comes to walking around the ship. That's very comfortable, especially if I know I'm going to be going to the hot tub or things of that nature. Those are my go-tos instantly. And then if we're going to go off and do any excursions, things of that nature, then definite, it's time for me to put on my casual shoes, walking shoes, running shoes, to get around the town, to go around the area and enjoy myself. Now, the caveat, as always, is if you're going to be doing things where it's going to be a hiking excursion, things of that nature, then you got to upgrade the shoe to make it work for you, because you are responsible out there and you need to make sure you're safe. You don't want to get something that's going to make you slip and fall while you're out there. So me, I would just bring my casual shoes, which will be the tennis shoes, the running shoes, and then when I get to the beach or something like that, I switch to the sandals. I bring a bag so I can switch everything in and out to make it easier. But for someone like me, I try to keep the shoes as simplistic as possible, because you don't want to sit there and have the shoes weigh. So you don't want to have to sit there and pack all that. You want to keep it as simple as possible. So if you're someone that's with someone or with friends and they love to dress up, you need the brown and the black shoes. Period in the story. Don't even question it. Just do it. But if you aren't with that, you can get away with either the brown or the black, depending on what the kind of clothes you're wearing. Now I gotta do a video about clothes. It's just gonna end up being that way. But I can't tell anybody how to dress. Y'all see my outfits. It's simplistic. So anyway, hope you enjoyed these tips. Always keep it locked here with information about things dealing with cruises, because we keep it cruised on lock. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. I love the information I'm getting back from friends and family telling me about these shows. So thank you guys so much and have a good one.